Trump's been on a truth rampage here. He's retruthing himself and then truthing everywhere.
Yeah, so this is just a good prologue to the rally speech, just like what Trump's content has been.
Okay.
Since
he's ramping up the Ron DeSantis
before
attacks.
Going. Yeah, so here we go. Okay, Matt's just said, oh, here we are. Yeah, go ahead, Matt, if you want to read this one.
Ron DeSantis wants to cut your Social Security and Medicare. Closed up Florida and its beaches. Loves rhinos. Paul Ryan, Jeb Bush, and Karl Rove. Disasters all. Is backed by Globalist Club for No Growth, Lincoln Pervert Project, and Uninspired Coke. And it only gets worse from there. He is a rhino in disguise whose poll numbers are dropping like a rock. Good luck, Ron.
Good luck. So yeah, and also do we have his meatball Ron thing? This was my favorite. So over the weekend he posted this too. Again, ramping up the Ron DeSanctimonious attacks, or meatball Ron as he would never call him. Here he is on Truth Social over the weekend. I will never call Ron DeSanctimonious meatball Ron, as the fake news is insisting I will. Even though Fox News is killing lightweight Paul Ryan even though Fox News killing lightweight, there's way too much descriptive
language. It's like a Proustian sentence.
I know. Even though Fox News killing lightweight Paul Ryan, I mean, honestly, Glenn Greenwald must love this kind of sentence structure. Yeah, Paul Ryan is revered by him. Low energy Jeb Bush is his hero and always at his side. His beaches and state were closed for long periods of time. His testing for the China virus didn't work out too well, and his loyalty skills are really weak. It would be totally inappropriate to use the word meatball as a moniker for Ron. He got his thesaurus out for that one. So just going hard against meatball Ron. I love that. Honestly, that was beautiful. I'm not going to call him meatball Ron. I would never do such a thing. He's really playing into, the coy Trump angle here, right?
Yeah, I know. Like I would never do something that I'm actually.
I'm not putting my hand in the cookie jar.
If I hypothetically said that, it would be bad.
And we got more.
Here is this is about DeSantis in Staten Island.
Yeah, this is about DeSantis in Staten Island.
Yeah, because DeSantis is on a crime tour. He's going to Illinois, New York, and Pennsylvania.
Crime tour of Philly, Chicago, New York.
Yeah.
Big buildup, lots of money spent, yet only 139 people showed up for DeSantis in Staten Island. Fox News is disappointed that his polls are crashing. Paul Ryan very unhappy. The Paul Ryan fixation is very funny. Like, everyone's forgotten about him.
Just leg dropping Paul Ryan over and over.
He's a rhino in disguise. That's why. This is 2016 all over again. Well, your mouth to Allah's ears.
Well, there is the whole angle of, a presumptive favorite out of the governor's office in Florida kind of falling a little bit flat. Because, I mean, all right, here we go. This is the final Truth Social.
So interesting to watch Fox News cover the small and enthusiastic 139-person crowd in Staten Island for DeSantis, but stay as far away as possible from coverage of the thousands of people, many unable to get in, at the Club 47 event in West Palm Beach, Florida. I call Fox
myopic.
I know. I call Fox. This is like, it's like 1980s style, like tabloid journalism.
I mean, honestly, this is like when I see housewives of like New York fighting in Page 6 articles.
I call Fox News the Rhino Network, and their down big ratings accurately reflect the name. If fake news CNN was smart, which they're not, they'd go conservative and all Trump all the time, like in 2016, and become a ratings juggernaut. Now, I like that because even Trump acknowledges, like, yeah, they're for me.
Yeah, right. I mean, it's a bit of a flex. So then he goes after, let's pull up DeSantis in this rally here, right?
Yeah.
He's taken this. I mean, he has a head start right now on Ron DeSantis. Let's be real here. And while Ron DeSantis is doing his little crime tour that's sparsely attended, yeah, I mean, Trump's apparently going to go to East Palestine. And he does more. And if he actually ends up doing that, that's just like, where is Ron DeSantis' instincts with this?
Yeah,
because he's also, he hasn't, what'd you say?
Or Buttigieg, just for that.
That too. I mean, we talked about that earlier.
Christ.
But it's just, it's fascinating that DeSantis also has not officially announced too. He's just pussyfooting around this whole thing. And it looks weak as well, where Trump's just landing body blows. Here he is going after DeSantis at his like kind of more presidential launchish speech from Florida.
Were there actually, and it was really good. It was really nice. And everybody thought it was great. And about 2-3 days later, there didn't seem to be much energy. They'll even take this crowd. You know, Ron DeSantis had a crowd in Staten Island today. 139 people in Staten Island. We got a lot of people. We have 139 times about 30. We got a lot of people here. But I always say, hit your enemy a little bit early. Some people say don't, but I say do. But, you know, I'll tell you what,
Some people say not to hit your enemy at all, and that person would be Ron.
Some
Meatball
people say
Ron.
maybe don't call the other popular person in your party the enemy at an election, and then compliment Joe Biden's wife. I say do that because it's fun.
He I don't understand what Ron DeSantis is doing here. I mean, we've been saying he doesn't
Ducking.
have it, but he looks like a little bitch.
He's ducking, and like Christina Pushaw, his weird hack propagandist, has been trying to pick fights with like local Florida media that like say, caught on hot mic, I'm going to give the governor a tough question. Like, okay.
Yeah.
The media is not supposed to. They're supposed to. Okay. Donald Trump is calling you the enemy and calling you meatball right now. Do you want to maybe address that?
I mean, he's getting ahead of the narrative. We've talked all the time about how the Democrats are so bad at building political narratives for themselves on like cable news and things. They'll just respond to existing Republican narratives and then they're always on the back foot. That exact kind of construction is happening right now politically for Ron DeSantis because I don't know if he's even decided if he wants to run, but now's the time to strike, be decisive, because if you do actually decide to run, I think he's screwed based on how far behind he is. But here's some more of Trump from this. Like, he really is back in form here. This was an aside he made about the N-word, and he thought about this in like when he was on the gold toilet and thought, this is genius.
He does this sometimes. Like, he's made this comment before, but every time he does, it always seems like he's inching closer and closer to kind of being like, can I say it?
Yeah.
Can I just say it?
He wants someone in the audience to, like, when he says the N-word, shout it out.
Right. Like,
But here we go.
nuclear is so devastating that we don't even want to talk about it. And that was a word that was never supposed to be mentioned. You have two N-words, neither of which should ever be mentioned. I said that once. I said, what a terrible thing to say. No. You have two N-words. You know what the one is, but the other is the nuclear word. Not supposed to ever be mentioned. Ever, ever, ever.
So stupid.
It's mentioned every single day now.
What? I
I genuinely thought he was talking about nuclear power, not nuclear war.
No, he's talking about it within the context of Ukraine, I
Right.
think. Well, there's that. Then we got him. So we got him going after Ron DeSantis.
Yeah, and I just want to say one thing quick about like
Yeah.
the Trump is the anti-war guy. All of his people, including his son, are laying the groundwork, and David Frum, laying the groundwork to invade fucking Mexico. And this is something we talked about
David
with
Frum said that.
David Frum has a new piece about this now.
Oh, in the Atlantic.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
And so like this is an active
Fucking
thing
dog
that's
shit
happening.
dog shit publication.
And it's yeah, it is.
Sorry.
No, I agree. I think there's like a couple people there that are good, but like Connor Friedersdorf, the
people they have on staff there, it's embarrassing,
hacks.
and for what they tried to position themselves as, it's go on. Sorry.
But like that is like this idea that Trump was good on foreign policy, which Tucker Carlson said the other night. Like he assassinated Soleimani illegally, and after breaking up the Iran deal, and he wants to invade Mexico, and like that was like something he was looking at when he was in office. So like, I think it's frankly like I trust. If I had to cast a deciding vote in a primary, I would probably go for Trump over DeSantis because I think DeSantis is also very bad. I mean, Guantanamo deep state lawyer, and cultural fascist. But like, don't get it twisted. Like Trump is absolutely horrible on these sorts of issues.
I mean, the Soleimani assassination took us to the brink of war with Iran, and it was only because of Iran's
Iran.
Iran.
Ooh, Iran.
Is that Iran in the mine? It sounds very
Two and two
similar.
together.
Iran's restraint that we were not in a full-blown war, because if Iran on say we had a diplomat visiting a nearby country assassinated a top government official serving in the government, what do you think the United States would do? It was only because of Iran's restraint that we were not in a full-fledged war, and that was Trump's. I mean, the dude had Rex Tillerson, ExxonMobil executive, as his first choice for Secretary of State. This is not some dove. This is an imperialist, even if he doesn't have the credibility to back it up. And then John Bolton was on in his administration. Give me a break. All right, let's